Hello, right. For once you started it when I was watching, so I got it right this time.
You couldn't fucking catch me out. Well, I couldn't catch you out this time.
Alright, hello listeners, we're back. Obviously, it's Ryan and Owen. It's been a little while, we apologise. It's Owen's fault, so...
I don't apologise.
We've actually got a guest today. It's a very special episode. We have our good friend James. Say hello to our listeners, James.
Hello there, listeners.
You're not going to get any responses because we don't have any listeners.
And also, this isn't like live, so you wouldn't actually get a response. That's not how these things work.
Thank
What?
you, Owen.
Huh?
Anyway, so loads has happened, but we'll tick some stuff off first. Owen, how have you been?
Yeah, I've been alright, not too bad. Same old, same old. We've had a few things go on, but we're going to talk about the main ones today.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm good at the moment.
Okay, James, our listeners don't know you. Tell them a little bit about yourself before we...
Without going into too many details.
Yeah.
Well, where do I start? I'm
You're the most boring person I met.
Yeah,
I reckon
probably.
2 bullet points.
Yeah, literally. My life at the moment is literally just working and then social life with you guys.
Yeah.
With you guys. So
Up top.
Any stories
With the same person.
you have to tell, I'll be in there at some point.
Right.
I'll be there.
Well, it's good to have you. I've had some milestones. I've graduated university. I start my new job in a week's time. So my life's slightly interesting. We'll move on to... I always do my music bit at the beginning, but actually I'm going to pass this music bit over to Owen because actually we've both been listening to it, but it's more his thing.
Oh shit, yeah, okay, well, I know exactly what you're talking about. The Fame is a band that I think I've actually mentioned before in the podcast.
We have, yeah.
If I haven't, then I'm mentioning them now. They've just come out with their debut album. They've done a load of singles up until this point, but no, it's a really good album. I fucking love it. I bought it twice, only because I was drunk, but...
Yeah.
No, it's a great album. Listen to it on Spotify or buy the deluxe one on their shop. We can put it in the description or something because it comes with a few extra
Is
tracks.
that what you meant by buy twice, as in you bought the deluxe as well as the normal?
Yeah, I bought the normal one and the deluxe one.
Yeah, and the normal one's signed, isn't it?
Yeah, the normal one's signed and the deluxe one came with like a t-shirt and a signed thing as well.
Fair enough.
I was drunk.
He's a bit of a fangirl for him. But
I discovered them, mate.
So this is something that the podcast won't know about. So we were supposed to film an episode before Reading Fest to we said about it before on the podcast about how we wanted to say like survival tips and stuff like that. But actually what ended up happening is me and Owen ended up turning Reading Fest into a 10-day bender.
Oh yeah.
Where we were, we started drinking 5 days before we left for Early Bird, because it was his 21st and we had our friend's 22nd and. I feel like a 40-year-old man.
I survived it. I did oddly all right. I was the only one out of me, you, and Aaron that didn't have fest flu afterwards.
I didn't get fest flu really. I got conjunctivitis somehow. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Same thing, really.
My eyes just went. Yeah, we don't want to work anymore. It was disgusting.
I got hit with fest flu really badly. I'm still recovering from it.
Really?
Still recovering. Yeah. I'm fairly sure I passed it on to people at work as well, which is always good.
I didn't get it. Usually, I'm the one who gets it.
Yeah, you have
gives
like,
it to
no
everyone
immune
else.
system. So
I do now.
Yeah.
I think times have changed.
So before we move too much into the Reading Fest stuff, we are going to be covering a lot of Reading Fest. That is going to be the bulk of this episode. But firstly, we've got some news. So we've got... Right, let's throw our hat in on this Spider-Man stuff because it's outrageous. Now, to my knowledge, and I'm sure there's some things missed. The contract ran out between Disney and Marvel, and they renegotiated, and Marvel's asked for 50-50 profits, I think, on everything.
Yeah. So to split the production fee 50-50, but then also get 50-50 from the revenue made from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Well, and I completely support Sony on this decision in that, well, that's their cash cow. Why would they want to give half of it away? They know Marvel's going to be able to offer more than that. I think maybe Disney, sorry, it's Disney, isn't it?
Disney.
But since now they said that Tom Holland seems to have he's given the impression that he's stepping down, which I don't believe.
Has he?
Yeah, kind of. He's kind of given like hints, but more importantly, and actually he does have leeway in his contract to step down, but Sony has said, offers off the table now, and actually they've just come back with another offer, and I think it's 30% profits for Disney, and they have to use Venom.
Yes, which I think is a good idea, but the thing is Marvel, or Disney Marvel, don't want to use Venom. They've already outwardly said that they don't want to have him in the MCU, and that is pretty much that's what Sony want.
Yeah, but they pulled off Incredible Hulk into a similar principle, isn't it? And
it's different in the sense that in that case, it's who is it? Universal, that they own the distribution rights for the character as opposed to own the character.
Right.
So Marvel own the Hulk, but they can't distribute the movie if it's a solo Hulk movie.
Okay.
Whereas Sony have full rights to Spider-Man and the distribution because they handle both.
Right. Well, also 20% less than what they've asked for is a big drop.
But it's way more than they have at the moment because they only have a 5% share, I think, is what they have at the moment.
Okay. Alright, well.
Okay.
But either way, I'm sure it'll line itself out. It would be upsetting to see Tom Holland leave the MCU, but actually I think potentially Sony might be able to pull it off. There's stuff they could do, I feel.
I'm worried that, they've had so many chances to get Spider-Man right, and they got a free pass when Marvel said we want Spider-Man to be in the MCU, because that meant that they had the people there that knew how to do the character. So they've kind of got the right plan from this point onwards. But everything else that they've set up is kind of ruined. The fact that Spider-Man was supposed to be the new Iron Man, and the next story is everybody knows who Spider-Man is.
So yeah, spoilers for the end of Far From Home. The fact that he's been outed as I feel the next film wouldn't be missing something if you made it far more about him rather than this connected universe. Actually, it should be about his struggle with this and his family and danger and stuff like that. So actually, I can see Sony being able to pull off finishing the trilogy quite well. But I think it's possible.
Can you see? I don't see a Spider-Man movie without Happy in it now. I feel like he was quite an integral part to the last one, at least, and he's owned by Marvel. The only reason why Jon Favreau was able to be in those movies was because he's been in the first Homecoming movie, he was in the second one.
Yeah, I know. I think it's possible.
It's definitely possible, but I think they should be more lenient with it, which is why the new deal that's come out, or that's been leaked, is way better. Marvel should just accept it.
I think we all want the deal.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
God, yeah.
But yeah, there's that. Slightly more positively, obviously we know James Gunn is doing the new Suicide Squad. He released like a majorative cast list the other day. I think it's quite good. I'm a big fan of John Cena and anything he does. So that name being on there, I think that was announced a little while ago, to be fair. But no, I'm happy with that. They've got Captain Boomerang back as Jai Courtney. They've got Margot Robbie back, which love or hate the character, she did Harley Quinn great. Like that was really good. I think I know Will Smith is not back.
Yeah, they probably can't afford him. But
Idris Elba, that's a big one.
Yeah, but based on that, how can they afford Idris Elba? He's one of the highest paid actors at the moment. He's in fucking everything.
He's almost James Bond, isn't he? I don't know. I do not know. But
what's going to happen to Will Smith's character then? Are they just going to say he's just disappeared?
He's in prison, isn't he?
He's going to miss a shot and he's going to die.
Sean Gunn's in it, I believe.
Yeah. Taika Waititi.
Yes.
That's a big one for me.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
There's a theory that I think John Cena's playing like Hammerhead or something.
Oh, right.
Which I like. I just hope it... it's James Gunn, so I'm really hoping to just go like sort of balls to the wall with it.
Who else have we got? We got Pete Davidson. Isn't that... That's the comedian, isn't it?
Hold on.
The one that was dating Ariana Grande.
Whoa.
He's quite funny. Or he can be, at least. Yeah, when you see a picture of him, you'll know who he is.
I recognise the name.
Yeah, I recognise the name.
He's like best mates with Machine Gun Kelly.
God.
It's a weird, but cute friendship.
I recognise him, but I don't...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think he's quite funny. but I haven't seen him in like a movie or anything. I don't know whether he'll fit.
Probably have seen a really trashy movie.
More often than not, like comedians, they can translate really well into the movie setting, but sometimes they can be dreadful. At least in their first couple, and I think this might be his first one.
Right. Well, it's his own thing now, isn't it? I think DC's moved away from doing this expanded universe. I think they're connected, but I think they're focusing more on solitary films.
Yeah, they're
which
trying
is
to
good.
They're trying to change
Because
which ones
Birds
are
of Prey looks wank. Looks absolute
Not
wank.
really looked much into
I haven't
that.
looked into it either.
So
Really.
I know.
They had a trailer in the beginning of It.
Yeah.
Where Pennywise is clearly Pennywise's silhouette, and then she comes out with a mallet and like hits the screen or something, and it's just like, aren't you tired of clowns? And it's like, oh no, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of this. Is disgusting.
Oh, there is another kind of big name which I don't know whether James will care that much about.
Oh,
but Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi, yeah.
He's a great actor.
Confirmed Doctor Who crossover.
Well, the worst Doctor Who. Actually, that's a lie.
You sure about
he's
that?
Not the worst,
No.
but he's not good either.
No, he's the worst writer.
But yeah, that was that was the problem.
But yeah, I would say I'm currently interested by this film.
Yeah, no, I think it's got a lot going for it.
We'll all go see it.
Especially since it's being directed by James Gunn. I think a lot of his work is fantastic. I mean, Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, brilliant. They're pieces of art, works of art, fantastic.
Are we going to get onto that?
Whilst you're listening, guys, so whilst we've got a guest here, after this we're going to record a Scooby-Doo 2 review. For shits and gigs, really.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on the channel for that, because I think that should be quite good.
Yeah. Cool.
But whilst we're on the topic of superheroes, that new Avengers game doesn't look good.
Which one? The one on the Switch?
Yep.
Apparently it is quite good.
Oh, well, we'll see, I suppose. But
Alliances or something, I can't remember the name of it.
Ultimate Alliance 3, isn't it?
I won't be getting it. And I get a lot of Switch games.
Yeah.
So...
Well, Pokemon next month. Or is it month after? Month
after. November the 30th, I want to say.
I was so excited.
I still need to pre-order it. This is the latest I've left to pre-order a Pokemon game. I'm looking forward to it.
You pre-ordered both of them as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm getting both.
I might actually pull my Switch out and get the dust off it and then actually play this.
There are some decent games on the Switch. I kind of want to do an episode where we go through all of the good games on the Switch. Cause
all of them?
All of the good ones that we've played.
Oh, right.
It'll be there for a while.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm down.
Cool. What else?
News-wise, off the top of my head, I'm sure. Well, we went to see it. Well, Owen hasn't. Me and James have both seen it.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the first.
No.
I'm not going to do a review of it.
I thought the first one was wank as well, so...
Okay. Controversial.
You fell asleep halfway.
Tell us in the comments, yes or no.
What? If it's wank or not? If you've seen it.
Just yes or no.
Have you seen it?
No context. Yes or no. You can tell I watch Weekly Planet, can't you? But yeah, should we move on to, well, main stage?
The bulk of this.
Reading Festival.
This fucking...
Usually we put a spoiler warning here or something, but...
Why would we do that?
For this one.
Yeah, we're usually doing a film, aren't we?
It's not really a spoiler anyway. They had the list out for months. We're just doing the exact order of it.
So the way we're going to go through this is we're going to go act by act, sort of in chronological order of what we went to, what happened to us, was the music good, etc. But before that, we should start at the beginning, so early bird before there were any acts. The weather decided in England to hit us with a fucking heat wave that was unbearable at points.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We were really smart about how much water we went to go and get, because we got a lot of it, and I think if we weren't hydrated, some of us in the camp would have got seriously ill.
It was so hot. And I know that hot by English standards, it was like, what, 34 degrees?
35 degrees.
Yeah.
That's very hot for us.
That's hot, though. That is hot.
Degrees Celsius,
really hot.
Just to clarify, because in the UK we're using
Fahrenheit, that's like in the minus, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think unless you're in Dubai or something like that, that is a hot.
Yeah.
That's
and
ridiculous.
it wasn't that humid actually.
No.
It was all right for us,
It's just burning.
but it was sweaty,
Yeah.
so very sweaty, which tired us all out. But yeah, we had a massive camp this year. There were 20 plus of us.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, if anyone decided to listen.
They won't.
No. But
Hi, Aaron.
it was really nice meeting a lot of people. We were talking about doing Glasgow next year, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit sketchy at this point.
Yeah. So let's start with the acts, shall we? Any of you go to Twin Atlantic?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
they were
Oh no,
fantastic.
hold on, we've missed one. I don't know how, but they found me.
Okay, yeah.
First act of the thing. I
So
remember this.
This is one that I told you guys about. James, I don't think you went to
I
it.
saw it. I was at the back. I was watching from afar, but I did see it.
So actually, something that I didn't know about them was the main. I can't remember his name. The main singer.
Yeah.
He used to be in Panic at the Disco,
Yeah.
which Laura ended up finding out. Which
Yeah, whilst we were at the gig, was it? No, they were really good. I didn't realise I knew them until right at the end.
oh yeah, because of
When they
Choke.
played Choke, and I went, oh, I do know this, and they were really good. He was ill the whole way through, and yet he was
his
Yeah, you
hitting those high notes brilliantly.
bars.
Bops. Yeah, I didn't go to Twin Atlantic, so
I did.
There was one in between. No Rome. He
Okay.
was really good. They're like a group. They're like a Filipino group, but their music, they've collaborated with in 1975. I think their most popular one's called Narcissist, and it's really good.
oh okay.
But yeah, he was fantastic. Twin Atlantic was amazing.
Yeah, they
I
were.
can't wait for them to release new music.
I wasn't thinking of much when I went to go see them. I've just listened to their music before, so I thought, why not?
I
They
know.
were actually really good.
Yeah, I know a few of their songs. So
Now this next one banged. Okay.
Charlie XCX.
Charlie XCX.
That was hilarious.
So good.
That was the
was.
funniest gig that we went to
How comes?
because we were all so fucking hyped and we're just dancing around and jumping.
That was the first one we all met up together to go.
Yeah. And it was funny because I mean we're a little bit older than the crowd that's there.
Oh, yeah.
So we really stood
It
out.
was so
Big time.
embarrassing. Juice WRLD cancelled, but there was a rumour.
Oh.
There was a rumour that they were going to do Take a Step Back.
Yeah. So one of my mates looked up at his track list, the lists that he does for his shows, and the two shows he'd done prior to Reading Fest, he'd done
Right.
Take a Step Back and Look at Me. So I instantly messaged Ryan this, and we were going to go, and then we found out he cancelled when we got to the stage, which was a massive.
I thought Juice WRLD was supposed to be going on like twice, or was that a completely different act?
No.
I think they were supposed to be the surprise act as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but there was. I think it was on the last day. There was an act that did 2 acts.
Yeah. I might be thinking of someone else, but
The Wombats. I've got a feeling.
you're missing people out.
Oh,
mate.
You Me at 6.
You
Sorry.
Me at 6, amazing. Joji, also
my
fantastic.
God.
Was I at You
Joji.
Me at 6?
I don't think so, no.
I can't remember what I was doing.
Joji was unbelievable.
Yeah,
Like,
Joji
that
was
so
fantastic.
good.
I got a
And
picture
he
of it.
was
on-
loving every minute of it as well. You could see he was genuinely enjoying himself.
That's the picture that I
It's
put up
great.
on Instagram of the silhouette.
Right.
He was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
He did like an acoustic version of Slow Dancing in the Dark, which I think is his best song.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe
then
Sanctuary.
And then he did the proper version of it as
Just
well
afterwards.
that.
So he hyped everyone up with an acoustic, and
Yeah.
then the proper came
Oh, it
out.
was ridiculous.
Very good.
Yeah.
Wombats.
Did you go to it?
I think no.
Because we
I was-
went to Dylan Francis.
Dylan Francis.
That was insane.
I knew it. So 2 years ago, when I first went to Reading Fest, we went to see Fatboy Slim, but we got there a bit early, and there was a small-time DJ. It probably wasn't that small-time. There was a DJ on, and it was so good, and we forgot his name. And then recently we worked out that it was Dylan Francis. So this year, when I saw he was on the thing, I was saying to everyone, look, I don't care if you don't know his music. I don't care if it's not your thing. You need to go to Dylan Francis. And I was so right. Oh my God. It was just mosh after mosh. And it was the best DJ set I've ever been to.
It was
Hands
insane.
down.
So when I came to see James, you guys I think I came to find you guys for Royal Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I just came from, and that's why I was so sweaty.
Yeah, no, I know. And
I came running in with my shirt
Ryan
off,
came
didn't I?
out running out, with his shirt. He was very hyped.
And
up,
you
but-
almost ran straight past us.
Yeah, it was. I mean, my girlfriend and a couple of mates, we were sat outside in the grass, just eating food, I think it was, just in between acts because we didn't really want to go in there. But it looked absolutely mental in there. You are right, it did look like
so the way that I sold it to a load of people to go to Dylan Francis was there is a 90% chance that he will play Dancing Queen at some point.
Yeah.
And he did. Best prediction.
Yeah. So Royal Blood's a big one. This was one of my top acts of the weekend.
Yes.
So those of you who don't know me, I love music and stuff, and actually I love mosh pits, but I'm not a big fan of pushing to the front of things. I don't think it enhances the experience personally. I don't like being crushed in if it's not for the sake of being like moshing. So generally I like to stand back, have some space to sort of sing and dance or whatever. But our friend Tommy was asking if anyone wanted to go to the front. And nobody was stepping up, and I went, look, Tommy, if you want to go to the front, I'll take you to the front, because there's no way Tommy would have got to the front on his own.
No.
We got literally right to the front of Royal Blood, and the mosh pits were insane. But not only that, so this is where it happened. So a massive mosh pit opened up, and I ran into the middle. And you do that little like hyping everyone up, and I was like, basically yelling at people like, come on, you won't, come on. And when it dropped and everyone ran in at me, this one 40-year-old man ran in slightly before everyone else, arm extended, and fully clocked me in the jaw. Now, that on its own is not that dangerous, but I was about to get trampled by a stampede. So I'm like just sort of trying to stay upright after getting essentially knocked out. And I see Tommy from across the way, and he's like looking at me going, this is amazing. And I'm just like, fear in my eyes.
Help.
And he goes, oh my God, something's wrong. And like comes over and goes, what happened? And I've just been fucking punched, Tommy. And I found the guy afterwards, he was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. And I was like,
Unlikely.
I feel like.
X for doubt.
But it was really good. It was a great gig. Did Royal Blood? No, they didn't do someone else's song.
No, they
so.
did all their own songs. So.
Okay, yeah, but Royal Blood was really good, and then we called it there. I don't think anyone went to Dappy, did they?
No.
Dappy.
No.
Oh, no, there's another one after that, sorry. There's a few after that.
Yeah, I went to the main, and they were fantastic. They were probably one of my favourite acts of the weekend. Aaron ended up joining me halfway through, and they're always amazing.
This is
where lots of people kind of split off.
This is where loads of people split off.
Because James and I were at the 1975.
Yeah.
You were elsewhere.
I can tell you where I was.
Bowling for Soup.
Where were you?
Was it not Bowling
No,
for
I can
Soup?
tell you where you were.
The Chats.
Yeah.
So, none of you will know who these people are. Our friends who are from Swindon.
Yeah.
They were telling us there's this Australian band they're called The Chats. Now, it's amazing. And we listen to the music and there's this really catchy I'm on smoko, so leave me alone. Right? And it just chants that over and over again essentially. And it's so redneck Australian, like it's horrendous. It's not good music. I'll go out on a limb and say that right now. However, I've never been to such an aggressive gig in my life. It wasn't like mosh pits, because mosh pits imply that it stops and they spread out.
Yeah.
It was just permanent fighting each other. It was amazing. It was such an experience. I was so tired. I think Laura was in there somewhere.
Really?
I think Laura got beaten the crap out of in there. It was something else. We lost Tom. Tom was the one that made us go, and he vanished. I was running around with James Weston. It was really good. But that's where I was when you went to the 1975.
Yeah, the 1975 were.
I heard the end of 1975.
They were so good. I need to see them again live.
Yeah.
I've got like a couple of snippets of video of them, and I look back and I'm like, yeah.
I kind of wish I'd stayed at Bowling for Soup, because I went for about 30 seconds and then went, I'm just going to get some food. I'm tired.
Yeah, I probably would have gone for Bowling for Soup for maybe their like last two songs.
Well, the Chats just knackered me. That was they did me in.
But yeah,
that was Friday.
Yeah, that was the whole of Friday.
And Friday we all went to bed pretty reasonably on Friday. No, we went on a walk, didn't we, on Friday?
Yeah, we went to Tesco's, didn't we?
Was that Friday?
Saturday?
It might have been the Saturday. No, because we didn't stay the Sunday.
No, yeah.
So it must have been the Friday, because the Saturday I was up until 6 in the morning. So it must have been the Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so me, Owen and Aaron walked... We must have been like 2.5 hours by the time we were done.
Yeah.
Just to get some crisps, essentially, and some fags.
I got a whole pack of Twiglets and I ate them before I even got back.
So, if I'm right, your first act on the next one would have been the Hunter on Saturday?
For me, yes, it would. Yeah, it was the Hunter. There were a couple that I was supposed to go to beforehand, but I think we got back too late from town because we would go into town to get like food and stuff each morning.
Basically, to have a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to have breakfast.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Hunter. I love the Hunter. They were brilliant. Were you there for the Hunter?
No, I was drinking.
Because I was there with, I think I was there with Hayden and a few other people because he likes them as well. And
I've never heard of them.
They're good.
So Saturday I didn't go in until AJ Tracy.
So were you there? Because we weren't there.
I didn't go, but apparently that was probably the busiest gig for the whole of the weekend.
Yeah,
really?
Apparently.
We avoided it because, but we tried to go. So we went there for Billie Eilish after.
William Eyelash.
The swarms of fuckboys coming away from the stage was
Billion
ridiculous. It was. I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the biggest gigs.
Can I just say,
yes,
before we move on to Billie Eilish, there is a gig here that I did not notice at the time. BBC Radio 1 Dance Stage, Crewcast. It's a dance gig and it's 3 hours long.
You know that's what we're going to in November.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Crewcast.
When you say we,
I'm
on
going.
the fence.
I'm going. I've already bought my ticket. I think James's girlfriend is also looking at getting a ticket as well. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Amy wants to go.
Oh, that surprises me. I'll have a listen and see.
I would hope not.
I feel like. Anyway, William Eyelash.
It's not her scene.
If it's November, I might need to play Pokemon instead, so I'm going to have to toss up the priorities here.
So, my opinion of Billie Eilish was a few things. One, I think the bass was turned up too loud.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was annoying. Two, I couldn't see past the fact that she was a 17-year-old saying fuck this, fuck that, fuck.
Yeah.
And three, it made me feel so old. It made me there's so many kids.
It was a young crowd.
There was so many kids. This was a point when it got really hot.
Yeah.
So like I was lying on the floor just absolutely.
Yeah, because we tried like sitting down and laying down, but the bass was even worse on the ground. It was just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I didn't really enjoy it.
Oh my god, did I miss 2 feet?
I guess so.
Oh shit. Okay. Did anyone go to Poppy or Anderson Peak?
No.
So my mate Tommy, who we've mentioned already,
Thomas.
he went to Poppy, absolutely loved it. Apparently it sounded like one of probably the weirdest gigs there because it's Poppy. We all know Poppy. She's a very strange person. She's completely emotionless. And what kind of music do you think she makes?
I've no idea.
Heavy metal.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's heavy metal. And apparently the moshes were ridiculous. They were doing circle pits around the podium in the middle of the tent.
Now I could be really wrong, but you're talking about Poppy from like YouTube.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah,
I've never really looked into it. I assume that's who it is. Right.
Yeah, it is.
Because I know she did some music. I just didn't know that she was an act that went like touring and stuff.
I also went to Anderson Paak. I was there with Amy. The crowd was like half the size of Billie Eilish, so it looked bad, but he was really good.
Okay.
And the crowd was really good.
I've only just realised he's called Anderson Paak. I've been calling him Anderson Peak for...
I thought you said Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we skip Blossoms so we
Yes,
could
we
drink
did.
for 21?
Definitely did.
Okay.
I went to Blossoms as well.
Did you go to Paris or anything?
No.
There were 2 acts on called Paris at the same
Privis.
time. I know that there's also
yeah.
Paris.
Really?
Yeah.
This was
Right.
This was the part where I just sat in main stage.
21 pilots.
They were
right.
good. They were so
Oh
good.
my god. So we were all wearing white jumpsuits for the sake of... When I say all, 3 of us did it.
Yeah.
Jack had one and he didn't wear it. I'm very
He
disappointed.
didn't even
in him.
come, did he?
He was there.
He might not
He
have.
wasn't there.
No, he wasn't. Yeah.
He wasn't even with us.
Oh yeah. Well, anyways,
It's a good thing you are here, James, because otherwise we would have ripped the shit out of you
only
right
thing
now.
disappointing about 21 Pilots was it was a short set. It was a
Yeah.
really
It
short
was
set.
really short, yeah.
But I would say, and I might change this in a minute when I'm looking at the gigs, but from memory, best act of the weekend for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's up there for me. I think at the end we should go through the ones that we saw and then pick which one.
It's made me want to go see a 21 Pilots concert, so I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
more.
I want to do the same.
Right. I'm ready.
Post Malone was
ready.
fantastic.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
You're a fucking idiot.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
All right.
Brian went somewhere else. I'm not going to say where else he went, but he just did. He
I made a judgment call,
and it was the wrong one.
It was severely.
It was a
wrong.
big
mistake.
dumb decision that you made.
it could have not been though.
It was a big baby bitch decision that you made.
You took the chance when you failed, but
Post Malone was fantastic.
This is 2 years in a row now. I've skipped Post for something.
The first year he wasn't.
Yeah, he was okay, but I was too busy getting absolutely crushed.
I was too busy being lost for the first. So I was there and I couldn't really hear it all that well. And he wasn't headlining, was he, last year?
It was first act on Friday.
Yeah, but he was fantastic this year.
Because I was passed out. That's why I missed it first year. But yes, I would say I regret that decision.
You could hear it, couldn't you? From
I
where
could
you
hear
were?
it. Yeah, it sounded really good.
It was such a laugh.
We did have to. Me and Amy did have to try and get out a bit early because the crowd was huge, and they were.
Otherwise,
packed.
you would have been stuck trying to get home.
Oh yeah.
But no, he was amazing.
Right, Sunday. What? Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. So this is up there with 21. First act of the day, The Fame.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And this is the band that Owen was talking about at the beginning. He's just released a new album, so check that out. But
They've been at Fest for the last 2 years. I wouldn't be surprised if they're there again next year because they're up and coming. They're doing really well at the moment.
they're so good. Anyone go to Youngblood? I kind of wish I had, to be fair.
Saw it. I saw right at the end. He brought Machine Gun Kelly on.
Oh really?
The crowd looked pretty mental, but I'm not a fan of him as such. I've not really listened much, but yeah.
I'm trying to work out what else I actually watched that day.
Sunday was a light day for everyone.
Yeah, no.
It was.
I think we stayed on main stage pretty
Because
much.
I skipped quite a lot.
Did you not go see Enter Shikari? Enter Shikari was the guys that were on twice, weren't they? I think they went down to
they might have done.
Radio 1 stage later on.
Anyone see Machine Gun Kelly?
No.
So actually,
It was on...
since being there, I'm now in love with this Eminem diss track, to be fair.
Oh really?
Yeah, I
Because
really
they were
like
playing
it.
it at the time.
So I assume he did it. Ironically, that's not one of his top songs,
No,
but it's what made him famous, pretty much. Like, I know he was already famous, but that made him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Give him his 10 minutes of fame anyway.
Amazon's, again, I feel like I didn't go to that.
No,
we didn't.
I think it was too hot. Frank Carter was apparently amazing, but I didn't go.
He was. We were, because we were getting ready for Foo Fighters, so we went to near the front for the Frank Carter. And you could see Reading Fest means a lot to those guys.
They
really did good.
There was one band which I was introduced to called Kid Capiche, I think is the name.
Right.
I was introduced
Kid
by...
Capiche.
Yeah, that one. No. It's got an I at the end.
No.
So, yeah, I don't think so.
I was just basing off what you said.
Yeah. But no, they were really cool. They're like a kind of local band to the UK at least. And, yeah, it was kind of like proto Arctic Monkeys.
Right.
It was quite cool. I just thought I'd give them a little bit of a...
I'm realising something right now, before we move on to the last couple of acts.
There's not very much left.
I went to one act on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was at 1:35, and then for some reason I was still there till 10 p.m.
Oh, also, Little Uzi Vert cancelled as well.
Really?
He wasn't there. That was a huge letdown.
I
was very excited to see him, but...
I went to A Day to Remember, which was actually one of the big ones for me, but I ended up leaving early so that we could come and have a few more drinks because I'd been told by somebody who was there. I asked whether the song that I wanted to listen to had already been played, and they said yes. I got back to the camp, and I could hear them playing the song. Ridiculous. She lied to me. What a bitch.
Who was it?
This was just a random person.
Oh, right. I don't think any of us went to Sandara.
No.
No.
To be fair, I only like 2 of their songs, so...
They are there every year as well, because they're from Reading, so that's why they're there all the time. Yeah.
So, Foo Fighters. I stand by my decision.
I think your decision was a dumb decision, because we went to the first half of it, and it was fantastic.
It sounded good, but
And so
I was tired, and I'm not a big fan of Foo Fighters.
we also heard the other half of it as well, because as we were getting all of our stuff together, we could still hear it as we were walking away. Like
Yeah.
halfway into Reading, we could still hear it.
Yeah, we were the same when we were walking out.
It was amazing. It was so good.
They didn't they open with Pretender,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they brought out Rick Astley.
They brought
Yeah.
out Rick Astley. I was there for the whole set, and Rick Astley coming out. So they rickrolled everyone because they sounded like they were about to play Nirvana,
Yeah.
and everyone was getting hyped for that. And then all of a sudden, Rick Astley came out of nowhere, completely unprompted, and they started playing it.
Because their drummer was in Nirvana.
Yeah. So Dave Grohl
so
was
Dave
in it.
Grohl, the guy from Foo Fighters, was the drummer in Nirvana.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
And then he started Foo Fighters, but it was going to be called Foo Fighter because it was just going to be him.
Yeah.
And then he brought a bunch of people, and also another guitarist as well. He was in Nirvana. He only joined Foo Fighters recently.
I think a thing to note is that you could tell that they've been doing this for a long time because the stage presence was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Their
Still would have preferred
performance.
Nickelback.
Look at this graph.
I stand by. I do stand by my decision though. I'm sure it was good, but it was a 3-hour set,
Was
right?
actually,
Yeah.
it was
And I
more
like about
2.5.
3 of their songs, so it was a risk. Like, I know they played Pretender first, and that would have been cool to see. And actually, I think they did a lot of the ones I knew quite early. But
Yeah.
I was just like, what if that hadn't been the case? What if I'd gone and they did those are the last 3 songs, and I was gonna have to leave early anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, I just thought I'd get the jump on things so I could go home and have a shower and go to sleep.
But that was pretty much it for the weekend, wasn't it?
That was the
We
whole
didn't go
weekend.
to Bastille.
No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like.
That was
The
like,
music's good, but he's got no stage presence.
that was like halfway through Foo Fighters as well, so I think a lot of people would have stayed for them. But yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was the weekend.
Yeah. Well, okay. We didn't get up to many shenanigans this time either. No.
no, we didn't.
What? In what sense?
Like, usually we're doing a lot of stupid shit at the camp, but I mean there was still stupid shit.
I've already told a story and I've blurred all the names in one of the Let's Plays that I'm doing.
Oh really?
Yeah. It had a lot to do with the liberation of items.
Yeah.
I
No, I
think
know.
it was.
I know what you're talking about. I can't. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it needs to be done, but I would say. I've frozen. Hold on.
You only passed out once this year,
I
which was
passed out
impressive.
before the first gig on the Friday.
He never
Yeah.
ran off, did he?
No,
No.
I was
He
ten
didn't
this
run.
year. I was really well behaved.
I mean, he did run off, but in a different way.
We never lost him though. We never lost him for a massive
No.
amount of time.
No,
I think deep down we did lose him.
Oh, so when we were walking up,
Wow.
when we were walking to the thing, we had about it was probably a mile and a half, 2 miles
Yeah.
from the Tesco's to get to Reading, where we got dropped off. So, which is silly. I don't know why we did that.
Yeah.
That was my decision. But so we had these trolleys that I'd got everyone to buy, and my one had a wheel fall off.
Yeah.
Now, as
Not
a-
even like 10 minutes into our...
Oh yeah, no, like a majority of the journey was left, and so without the wheel, it was just me scraping metal on the floor, and it was sharpening where like the wheel lug was, and at one point it like kicked up on a stone, spun round and sliced the back of my Achilles right at the start of the weekend. But at the time I was like, don't care right now. We need to keep moving. So when I finally sat down, fucking. There was a big slice in the back of my foot. I think I've still got the mark. And, yeah, there's a bit of a mark. And I was bleeding, and I sort of bandaged myself up. And then I went to touch to see how sharp it was. But, so what had been happening, obviously, I don't know how scientific we are, but dragging metal along the ground...
Friction creates heat.
friction, and friction, yeah, creates heat. A lot of heat. So much heat that I burnt my finger upon touching... said metal rod.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I was sweating like a pig and cut to pieces when I got to the camp, and I just sort of fell to the floor, didn't I?
I mean, we were a little bit worried that we weren't even going to get let in because of how sharp it was.
Yeah,
so
it could
you
have
had
been
to
seen as a weapon. Yeah.
So you had to start like sharpening it on a different side to
Yeah.
blunt it as much as you were sharpening it.
yeah, it was a nightmare.
We made it though. We did all
we
right.
did. I wouldn't camp for Reading Fest again, but
No.
I love it. It's been a great 3 years. I'm just I was a little bit sad to sort of have it finished. We didn't get a group photo this time, which is sad. Because actually I would have put that up as the picture for this.
I think it had a lot to do with the fact that we were a massive group as well. Last year it was quite close knit, and I think you said that the year before it was even more close knit. So
yeah,
or at least it was a similar size to last year.
Yeah, well, the core group, the only people left were me, Hayden, Kiwi, Emily.
Yeah, and a few.
That's it. I think that's the core group.
Yeah, quite a few.
Oh, Tristan.
Yeah.
So the core group sort of has vanished, and there's definitely my last one, unfortunately.
Until the next one, am I right? Hey!
Yeah, but that's unless you guys have got anything else. I think that's Reading Fest done at least.
What was your favourite gig, James?
My favourite gig?
Yeah.
21 Pilots is an honourable mention. I enjoyed them a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Post Malone was ridiculous. Royal Blood. It is close between Royal Blood and Foo Fighters for me. They were both blew my mind.
Yeah.
But Foo Fighters more because it was a build-up. I've always wanted to see them live, so I finally seen them live, and it was ridiculous. Whereas Royal Blood was just something I wanted to go see, and they were even better than I thought they would be. Probably would say Royal Blood though for the experience.
Fair.
Yeah.
21 edges out the fame for me.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It was so good.
Because the Fame isn't even in my top 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. But I've seen them so many times now, so it's less of a...
The Fame is a close second, but yeah, 100% it was 21 Pilots for me. Royal Blood's up there somewhere as well.
Yeah, I would have to say probably The Main was my favourite. But in terms of... I think you can judge it on different things. So in terms of like atmosphere, I think Dylan Francis was amazing. That was probably one of the best gigs that I've ever been to. For set, Post Malone had the best set. He did.
Oh no, I wouldn't know.
But yeah, The Main is up there, or the 1975. They were both fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's Reading Fest done at least. Just quickly before we start signing off.
Sure.
Big concert that we've signed up for pre-sale for next year. It's called the Super Mega Tour.
Yeah.
Is it? Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day. Next year, June in the UK. Oh my God, what a concert! I'm pretty sure I've just decided I'm not doing Glasgow so I can do this.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be so good. So keep your eyes out on that, guys, because that should be amazing. But
yeah, no, I'm doing the pre-sale on it. I'm going to buy 4 tickets. That's the maximum you can get in the pre-sale. I think it's the maximum you can buy altogether anyway, but I'm just going to get those tickets and then find who wants to have them.
Me, please. But yeah, you got anything else to add? And if not, we'll start signing off.
No, I've got nothing to add, but... Reading was alive. What?
No, not
No.
yet. We'll announce that another time. It's not important. So, in terms of the podcast, obviously, we appreciate we've been quite sort of inconsistent with when we release. But we've sorted our schedules out. We're going to release 2 a week from now on.
We are?
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm fucking hearing of it.
No, I'm joking. So we've sort of given up on this scheduled stuff. We're not very good at it, so we're just going to release it when we can. Probably aim for at least 1 a month if we can, but don't rely on us. We do this for fun, not for work.
Yeah.
So, plugs wise, they'll all be down below, but me, you're at Ryan Woodson on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. YouTube is this for me. Owen?
Owen Cheds on pretty much everything. So, yep, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter.
Cool. Links are below. And James, you got anything to plug, mate?
Literally my Twitter at Rippo James. That's it. Like, I've got nothing else to do.
Well, thank you very much for coming, James.
Cheers for joining us, pal. And that's the way the news goes.
What the fuck?
No. Wait. Is Scooby-Doo next?
Yeah, well, that'll be a separate thing. We're not doing it on the podcast.
Oh man.
It'll be a separate video.
Hell yeah.
Great.